What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Eddie Hearn, Floyd, Money Mayweather. And this is what Eddie has to say about Floyd Mayweather. He says, quote, he says, they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but in the times we live in, so many witness what happens, okay? And it turns out that a recent meeting between Money and famous promoter Eddie Hearn in a gym in Sin City sparks. And although the whole moment was wrapped in different comments, this does not mean that they were not throwing at each other. Floyd Mayweather tells Eddie Hearn why he doesn't like him, okay? And this is what he had to say. Let's check it out. See.
I'm gonna tell you why I like Eddie. So one day somebody asked because you know I don't have social media on my phone. Yeah. So they showed me Eddie. Eddie was like, "Floyd Mayweather ain't got no money. That's why he doing exhibitions." No, Eddie don't believe that now. Yeah.
But Eddie will say some shit like that.
Eddie will say some shit, but no. But one thing, don't worry about that. But me and Eddie got it clear. Didn't we, Eddie? Yeah. One thing. Me and my buddy got it clear.
We said as long as it's 10 or 20, no problem. Anything less, can't be less than 10. Because then we're struggling for money.
I just show Eddie some of the account. Eddie, hold on.
Imagine how much money Floyd Mayweather would have made if I was his promoter back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Two hungry fuckers for money.
Okay, so there is Eddie Hearn rebuttaling because Eddie said he didn't have any money. Okay, well, let me counterpunch. I think what Eddie was saying is there's a reason why Floyd keeps doing these exhibitions. And I don't think that Floyd's necessarily broke. I just think he doesn't have the money that he should have based on someone that actually looked after his money. You know what I mean? Like, that's the reason for accountants. The only problem with accountants are they're hard to trust. You don't know who to trust because when someone sees that you're spending a lot of money and they're in control of the money that you have, it's so tempting for them to, they have to be someone with some morals because, they could, rip you off for millions of dollars and you never know because you're not the one that's looking after the money. They are. You see what I mean? And for Floyd, I don't know if he's been ripped off. I think he pretty much trusts what he does. He may have someone else look after his money to counter what that other guy's saying, which would be smart, which I don't doubt he does. But Eddie's saying as long as he has $10 or $20, he's not broke. But I think he's broke. And that's what Eddie said. I think Eddie, told Floyd how he felt about him. I think, he has to, fight these exhibitions because he has to keep up with the money that his accountant says that he spends regularly. And he wants to be at a certain amount of money in the bank and he spends it. You know what I mean? Which on terms of, let's say you got $50,000 in the bank and you got out of the country and you go to, I don't know, 2 or 3 different countries and you spend 20 grand. Well, your objective is you got 30 left. You want to come back home and make that 20 to make up for the money that you spent. I think that's what Floyd does. I don't think that he just goes broke. You have too much money for that. But then again, to be fair, look at Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson did that. So don't say it's not impossible. Mike spent and ran through money. You know what I mean? Along with Don King and others, he had money, either stolen from him, siphoned, swindled, or he just blew. And so it can happen. So when Eddie's saying that, hey, yeah, Floyd, yeah, I don't think you have enough money or whatever, as long as you have 10 or $20, what he was saying is, sure, he was exaggerating, but he was saying that, yeah, you spend too much money, and he's not the first person that said that or the only person that said that was even close to Floyd, because 50 Cent said that himself, that, hey, he spent a lot of money, which I would never do, which, I mean, money on stupid stuff, which it makes sense. Sure, you want to buy things, but then you have to be mindful of whatever you buy, holds value to what you spent your money on. Not just buy something to buy it. I was in the gym and I thought about Floyd Mayweather actually burning money, and that's actually a thing that he did. He burned money, just burned it. I'm like, what sense does that make? So, how all the people that see that and you think about the people that like to rob you and stuff like that, that really grinds their gears. That flares them up to see them, burning money, But no, it's crazy. And I think the rebuttal, sure, it was a joking situation, but I think it was true, because Eddie was just really recapping of what he said about Floyd, Money Mayweather. So, those guys will be at each other's necks until whatever. But, the rivalry, it may be cold, but it's real. But you guys tell me what you think of Floyd Mayweather and Eddie Hearn going at it, and Eddie claiming that Floyd doesn't have any money. That's why he is fighting those exhibitions every year or every other year. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch.